Lego, my Jameso.
What's up, Lego builders, sellers, and collectors? If you're on Bricklink, this is for you. Today, I'm going to discuss everything within the sales section on Bricklink. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Go to Bricklink, log yourself in. If you toggle your My Store section, today I'm going to go over orders, quotes, invoices, drive-through, as well as feedback. So let's start off with orders. Once you select orders, this page will come up. If you're already a store and have made some orders, you're quite familiar with this, I can imagine. You can search for typical orders up here in the Find section. You can search for them based on certain parameters, such as anything over here in the order status. So if you wanted to search for all orders that have been received and not marked as completed, all orders that are paid or pending orders, whatever you want to search for, you can also adjust how many per page. I like having 10 per page. You can have more. When I have my wanted lists, I like having as many items as possible on a page. But with orders, I find 10 is feasible or easier to manage at a time. And you could search for order date and then up or down. Up or down, all that means is, which item comes up first. Is it today's date at the top? Is it, the oldest order at the top? How does that work? Okay, so over here you have your order ID. Whenever you select one of these, it will pull you right into the order. So for example, I'm going to find one with the most lots here. That way I don't show any personal information. So when I select this, it will show right off the bat up top the order number. It will have the status here. It will have, you can issue a refund, whether that be a partial or a full refund, reporting problems, and it will have the order date, total items, all your important information up here, fees and charges, and then what shipping method they decided to choose. So then you'll have a list of parts here. Now this keeps going down. I don't want to scroll too far, but this is an example of an order I received recently. And, it's been pulled. I sent it out, and it's since been, now once the buyer receives it, hopefully they mark it as received. But that's pretty much what the order would look like. Then you have the date of the order. So as you can see, it's the oldest date down here and the newest date up here. You'll have this checkbox means that, it's your invoice has been sent. So if you have your parameters set up as automatic payments, then this checkbox will always go off. If somebody sends you over an invoice request, this box would be open. You could click on it and it would generate an invoice to them. Then it will have, this just means if it's been shipped, or if it's, this logo, that's all that means. Where this one does not have one because they received it. So we know, okay, it's not in shipping anymore. This person's, they marked they received it, but they haven't gone through and checked off and said, yes, it's complete, thank you. And even though they did already leave a feedback. And then, so here you have the flag for the country of where the buyer is from. So most of mine are in the US, but as you can see, like here's one from Canada. And then we have our buyer's names. Then this next item here is their feedback. So again, I allow buyers without any feedback or reviews to order from my store. Some people decide they want buyers to have at least like a 5 or higher to guarantee they're legit. Then it shows the items and the lots they have. So in parentheses is the lots. So in this case, this is one lot, but Tammy ordered 6 pieces in one lot. One item, one lot, one item, one lot. Those I typically find are sets or minifigures. And then, 6 items, 6 lots, so only 1 per lot. This person has, 55 items in 6 lots. So more parts, fewer lots. And then this was the order I selected earlier. 48 items, 31 total lots. So that's pretty cool. Then we have our shipping fees, our additional charges section, and then over here, tax collected. So this one does not have tax collected because it is an international order. International orders, sometimes they collect VAT taxes on, that's value added tax, VAT. So sometimes that's collected on Bricklink, but in this case, it has not been. So when this shipment is going to Canada, this person is going to have to pay taxes and fees on it before they receive the package. And I make sure to note that in my terms under international shipments. So then we have the order total. So this is honestly what the order costs before any fees. So as you can see, like this is 42 cents. Not a lot of money at all, but the fee here helps subsidize that. I don't mind. I love Lego. I love helping people out with builds, so I don't limit them to what they want to buy. As you can see, I have an order for 55 here, a dollar order here, down here $110, and it always fluctuates. Some weeks these are all $20 to $50, and then sometimes you have a $300 order. Sometimes you have an order for 10 cents, but I love doing it, so I don't care. And people will need the parts. All this means is that if I decided to hide some of these columns on here, it would just sum them. You could change that in your default settings for your orders page. Then over here is our grand total. That's including taxes, fees, shipping, everything. Our final total is what you're receiving without the taxes. So it's pretty much just this minus your taxes. Yes, yeah, that adds up. Duh. Okay, next we have the order status, whether it can be pending is if they sent over an order that you need to update the shipping and send them an invoice. Paid means they've already selected one of your options, they've paid you, and you're waiting to ship it. You can mark it as packed. That would mean that, okay, I put the order together, I didn't ship it out yet. You can mark it as shipped, and then they can choose to mark it as received or completed. After 30 days goes by, I say if I haven't heard from somebody in that amount of time and I've shipped their order, unless it's an international order, I will mark the order as completed and it's done. There's no further action. That's just the same thing as, you buy something online and, you received it all as well. You don't have any complaints, but you also didn't go online to leave a review. That's just what this is. A lot of people, not everybody leaves a review, but they still got their product and they probably, nothing was wrong with it. So order is complete and done. Then over here you can post feedback. So if I click this, it would allow me to then just write up great buyer, paid fast, thank you for the order at James Brick Warehouse, something like that, something nice. So you could write how your experience was with that customer, and that will then help them be able to order for more from other stores as well, because it'll increase their feedback. I'll do that right after this video for this person, but I don't want to click on it. And you know what? Let's click post and see what happens. I don't want to show this because I don't want to show that buyer's actual username, just as their own discretion, just for them. So then over here we have our file section. This is just a simple way for you to click these boxes, and if you file something, it gets it out of the way. So it will remove it from this page, and then you can go up here to filed orders, and then it's just out of the way, but you can access it in a different spot. It kind of just helps keep things organized, especially if you have orders down here that are received and you're waiting on, you need to send them something that you forgot, or orders that are paid you didn't ship out yet, versus you might have ones up here that are complete, they've been sent and taken care of. Typically everything works in the same flow though. I work with the last order I have paid, and I pack that first and I pack the rest and then mail them out. I don't jump around. I don't know if other sellers do, but I don't. I would find that frustrating. Okay, so that's pretty much, and then refund section. So this is where it would show refunds, and then you could select any page you want here to go to orders. Okay, up next we have quotes. Quotes is very similar, but what a quote is, it just allows somebody to look at something in your store. They're curious, okay, how much will it cost to ship? They send over a quote. You can tell them what the shipping is, and they can choose to accept it or decline it. I have a lot of quotes from international buyers, and that's just because international shipping is quite expensive. A lot of these just get canceled. Honestly, some of them I really didn't know they were there in the past and didn't get back to them. But most of these I have, and I've put in their shipping and sent over the quote. Sometimes people send over a quote to me and they just instantly cancel it. I don't know if it's an accidental thing they do, or they're just like, okay, I'm not even going to bother with it. As you can see, so when you sent over a quote and you're waiting to hear from them, it will say this. It says quoted, so I sent that over. Everything in red has been declined, and something in green means that it's been accepted. That went to Switzerland, so that's pretty cool. And that's just all the quote is. You can update information in, shipping, insurance, additional charges, sales tax, and sometimes I'll send a buyer an additional message that'll say, hey, this is the shipping price for the set as is. This is the price without the box. This is the price with insurance, yada, yada, yada. Here's the cheapest quote I'll send over as an invoice, and then they can either get back to me and say, hey, add insurance, and I'll send a new quote. Okay, then we go down here to invoice. The invoice section here, you would just simply enter an order number and be able to find an invoice and then edit it and send it over to that person. But I never use that page right there. I just simply click this box. That's how the invoice comes up. You can edit it and then send it to your buyer or customer. Okay, now we have drive-through. I don't send drive-through emails over. Again, there's different ways to do this than going to this page. But if you wanted to send a drive-through email to somebody, again, you could enter the order ID, write up your drive-through email and send it over. A drive-through email is typically just saying, hey, your order is shipped, here's the tracking number. All my customers' tracking numbers are through PayPal, so they can view them on there. And lastly, we have feedback. So the feedback section is simply a page that pulls up feedback that you have not given to customers yet. I am not pulling up this page because it shows personal information for customers, but this page just allows you to simply quickly edit feedback from multiple buyers at a time. The reason I haven't given feedback to these customers yet is because most of them are ones that are canceled orders in my store. I think there's one there that's pending, and as well as the brand new orders I have that say paid for, and I'll leave them a review the second I pack the order. So I hope this was very helpful. This is the sales section on Bricklink. If you have questions about anything I didn't discuss in this video that you're hoping to see, please leave a comment so I can get back to you. Like the video if it helped you, and subscribe as always. Every Saturday I'm going to be doing set reviews for check out those. I think they're going to be pretty fun. And next Tuesday I'll be showing you how to connect the Lego ceiling train to your actual ceiling. So far I've only done the wall in this with this new build. Thanks again for checking out this video, and we'll talk to you soon.